What causes acquired synesthesia from brain damage? Imagine suddenly seeing colors when you hear music or tasting words you read. That's what acquired synesthesia can feel like. It's a rare change that happens after brain injury, and it's pretty fascinating. When the brain gets hurt, especially in areas that handle sensory information, it can cause unusual connections between senses. This often happens after events like traumatic brain injuries, strokes, or damage to specific parts of the brain. When the brain is injured, cells releases large amounts of chemicals called neurotransmitters. These include serotonin and glutamate, which help nerve cells communicate. But after injury, the flood of these chemicals can overstimulate nearby neurons and support cells called astrocytes. This overstimulation can cause abnormal activity in the brain, leading to new or stronger links between sensory areas. The brain is also very adaptable, a trait called neuroplasticity. After injury, it tries to reorganize itself. This reorganization can create new pathways between different sensory regions. For example, if the thalamus, a central relay station in the brain, is damaged, it might reduce normal communication between sensory parts. Instead, it can cause direct links between areas like hearing and touch, or sight and taste, which can produce synesthesia-like experiences. Certain parts of the brain are more involved in this process. Damage to the thalamus or the cortical areas that process sensory input often leads to acquired synesthesia. For instance, a stroke affecting the thalamus might cause someone to see colors when they taste something or hear sounds when they see certain images. There are some interesting cases. One musician suffered a motorcycle accident that caused a subdural hematoma, a type of brain bleed. Afterward, he started seeing musical notes when listening to music, and this heightened his creativity for a few months. Another person developed synesthesia after a stroke, where colors and tastes became strangely linked. This phenomenon is unusual because normally our senses stay separate. Brain damage can blur these boundaries, creating cross-sensory perceptions. Unlike developmental synesthesia, which someone is born with, acquired synesthesia appears suddenly after injury and is linked to how the brain rewires itself. Did you know? While brain injuries often cause impairments, sometimes they lead to surprising effects like synesthesia. Some people even experience bursts of creativity or new sensory perceptions, as if their senses are cross-wired. In short, acquired synesthesia from brain damage happens because injury triggers chemical changes and rewiring in the brain. These changes create abnormal links between sensory areas, making sounds seem like colors or tastes evoke sights. It's a remarkable example of how adaptable and complex the human brain can be.